Good day, here we go again for another educational vlog entry. Today we are going to talk about ethical issues concerning teaching profession. We know that ethics are defined as the set of principles of rights or the standards governing the member of a profession. Now, in the field of education, teachers are often put in situations that requires more than just knowing the basic rules of the school. There will always be problems that educators may face, but there are always ways to handle situations better. Recognizing fakes, ill manners, and toxicity that an educator should not ignore but correct it. To understand more, the following are the issues in teaching professions. First, faking medical certificates. A student who misses a class session and provides a fake medical certificate to justify their absence must be warned and that there will be punishments. And know that it is illegal, and any doctor who will cooperate in faking a medical certificate will also face some consequences. These practices must be cut so that children won't grow into making fakings a habit. Here are some ways to overcome these issues. To avoid faking medical certificates, the school administrator must only accept the original copy of medical certificates, and imposing fine for those who are involved in handing a fake medical certificate. Also, organizing a fitness program for teachers. Keeping the faculty fit and healthy, then there will be less sickness that will occur. Another issue, inappropriate punishments towards students. Punishment for students must lead them to be better. It is wrong for teachers to give violent punishment to students even when they get too stubborn. Teachers will be unreasonable if he or she gives hard tasks to students just because of personal issues. Teachers are given right to discipline, not to abuse. Punishments may take in the form of suspension, manual works, dismissal, isolation, scolding, written lines such as "I promise not to do this and that again," or sending them to the headmaster, or deprive them from privileges such as plus points or taking the exam. Heavy but a smart way to discipline a student. Now, here are the ways to deal with issues about inappropriate punishments towards students. First is, punishment must be made by the consideration of the two teacher, and that is you and a co-teacher. Go ask a co-teacher if it is reasonable or considerable to give punishment. Their opinion will help you, and advices will be your guide. A different punishment of different misbehavior based on the guidelines made by the school administrators. The weight of their punishment must be according to the weight of the misbehaving they made. Another, a teacher might also summon their parents or guardian because a parent's agreement with the teacher to punish a student is much proper. Issues about cooperation between colleagues. First, we have the lack of cooperation between teachers. When educators work together, they form an important bond, both professional and personal relationships. Teachers often draw support from each other and can delegate tasks that allow each other to feel effective. Collaboration between teachers contributes to the school's improvement and also for the students' success. And if a teacher lacks cooperation, the faculty will be a mess. Decision making will be chaotic, and there will be no unity as a whole school. Next, bullies between senior teacher and the new teacher. Bullying is very common in schools, not just students to students, but also teachers to teachers bullying. Teachers bully one another that may come in joke. For instance, a male teacher bully a female teacher in a form of offending jokes or vulgar words in the faculty room. Another, bullies between senior teacher and to the newly installed teacher. It may come in a form of loaded tasks asked by a senior teacher, an abuse in power that suppose The new teacher will learn to cope up with the new environment, and build a relationship among co-teachers. Instead, her start will be exhausting and traumatizing. Now, these are the ways to cope up with the issues between co-teachers. First, every teacher needs to practice openness between colleagues, especially if there is a newly transferred teacher or a beginner teacher. Both must develop relationship as you learn about and from each other. And every work should be divided equally among teachers. Lastly, older teachers should be a model to the new ones and should put away the egos away. Misuse of public facilities provided in schools. The most common are those in technology. They are used in a way that disrupts learning, bullying or harassing through phone messages, pictures, videos, or other data transfers on the phone. Another, public connection of Wi-Fi access can lead students to download inappropriate contents such as scandals, abuse, and other offensive contents. Some offensive content may be posted on social media that would ruin the image of the school. Now, technology can be a medium of an easy way bullying, harassment, cheating, and intimidating. If the convenience brought by technology is misused, it can cause a big fuss in education. Here are the ways or tips to deal with the misuse of public facilities provided in schools. It is important to provide a user records for each school facility. It is helpful to keep a track on the school's property and monitor to maintain its educational purpose. Schools also assigned a school staff to monitor teachers' activities when using it. A responsible usage of properties by teachers will keep the school's property maintain its effective purpose. Lastly are the discipline issues. In teaching professions, there are also issues in discipline. First, there is a disciplinary policy called zero tolerance. These are policies and practices that mandates predetermined consequences. Mostly are typically severe consequences, punitive or unfair, and exclusionary as a response to students' misbehavior regardless of the reasons for the behavior. Zero tolerance has not been shown to improve a school climate or school safety. Its application in suspension and expulsion has not been proven an effective means of improving a student behavior. Studies also found out that zero tolerance policy would lead to harmful effects to a student. There are also instances where absence of ears occur. There were no opportunity to listen to both sides because of the punishment directly executed, or because of the judgments that teachers or students are unable to try giving a stand for themselves. Another are the discipline about the roles of mass media. Discipline in medias for both teachers and students are also inevitable, especially because the media has too much freedom that even false issues can easily travel. One-sided issues that would only harm one's image, just like what had happened to a teacher from a known university. In the video that has become viral, he was recorded to be scolding a college student and showing and saying harsh words. Shares and comments for that video alone was unstoppable, and people assume that the university have bad instructors without knowing the true happening. Media was used by a student in order to have a revenge for being scolded for his own mistake. Media was used to take advantage of the freedom it provides and cause to spread unhealthy contents. Now, how are we going to deal with these issues? Here are some tips and ways. The first, the society should practice to stop pointing their fingers towards the teacher, especially if they do not know the entire story or the entire situation. Next, mass media should stop manipulating the issues, and people should not use the media to manipulate one's situation. Lastly, parents should play their roles to raise their children and grow with the proper ethics that they need to have in life. As a conclusion of this discussion, I know that there is no perfect environment in every workplace. All professions have each ethical principles, and know that all professions are achieved through education. Thus, the practices of proper ethics in educating must be nailed. Parents plant the ethics to their children, and teachers are the ones that will help them grow it inside of their souls. Issues may occur, but hopefully people will stay ethical and always choose to do good. And that's it for today, and sana nakatulong ang discussion na ito at marami kayong bagong natutunan. Abangan na lang ang susunod na content natin. Thank you for your time. Bye!